So Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 0. It wasn't the prettiest. We got very lucky with the penalty decision because Kai dangled his leg. The disallowed goal on another day would have been given as well because there was minimal contact on that as well. However, 3-0 against Bournemouth is not to be sniffed at. And it doesn't matter about the performances at this stage of a season. It's about getting the 3 points, Kenny. Early kickoff, you're outside the ground. I can see the smile on your face, man. The atmosphere looked decent today in the ground. What are you saying, bro?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to give our fans like a round of applause because, like the applause for, like young Daniel was exemplary before the match. And the 14th minute, the whole crowd just clapped this poor boy. I mean, this poor guy didn't. The thing about it, the thing that kills me, he was in the right place and where he should have been. That animal that killed him with a sword should never have been around a 14-year-old boy to pull that sword. And I hope that animal gets everything coming to him. I don't want to hear about his mental health. I just want it to be locked up indefinitely for cutting a young lad down for no reason. Like I just want people to just remember that Daniel was in the right place at the right time. He was where he should have been. That animal was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, and I hope he suffers.
Yeah, well said, mate. Well said. Listen, fair play to the stadium as well. Yeah, because literally everyone stood up and clapped. And yeah, no, fair play. Listen, times like that, man, and stuff like that is sad, man. Especially that young as well. Right, it's always worse.
14. And the thing about he wasn't a member of no gangs. He was just all he was doing. He comes from a good two-parent family, a good education, and so you can't stereotype him and think, oh right, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was doing what it should be. He was in his own home, and this animal barged in. But anyway, let's talk about the football and lovely time. Most importantly, thing is right now is that everything you said was correct about Bournemouth. I thought Bournemouth were a credit to their fans, credit to their club, and credit to their manager. Especially the second half, they had a go, and they made it a lot difficult to us. But by trying to make it difficult to us in that second half, by them pressing from the front, they created spaces, and we were able to take our chances. And you've got to big up, Kai Havertz. As much as he dangled out a leg, he was in. I thought there were times where he worked his nuts off in the second half. He was inadvertently, like I said, responsible for, like I said, for the penalty, of course. Where I thought, yeah, it was a bit naughty, but I thought the second half was fantastic. And then Bukayo Saka, despite what we've been saying about him, and we're right to criticise him, 16 goals this season. In a season where, let's face it, he hasn't been at his best. And then you look at Trossard as well, a guy who basically has dropped the ball quite a few times earlier this season. He's now scored his his 12th goal in the season.
16th goal in all competitions.
Yeah, 16 goals because 12. Yeah, and then you've got Declan Rice as well. I call it a Thomas Partey intervention. He's scored his third goal. So you think about it, we've made our goals, and we've got our goals out of nothing through hard work. Declan Rice, the way he won the ball back and created that chance to Trossard to put the ball in the net. I've got a lot of props for this team because let's face it, they are knackered. They're under a lot of pressure. But you know what? I've only got good things to say about the performance. I've got a lot of respect for our team. However, and I say however, all I ask is take it into the last day. Take it in the last day. Give me that kind of like anticipation where we're all going to wake up. You as well, Lee. Where you wake up and you can't wait till Sunday the 19th of May. You can't wait. Where basically, you're getting up, you're thinking, maybe this could happen. Man City at home to West Ham. We're at home to Everton. Could West Ham do us a favour? Could we have a situation where...
Right, Moisey going out on his last game as well.
Yeah. Well, all I want is that kind of anticipation. Of course, you can't have that without Man United. And that's a very, very important game. I want to report to all the Arsenal fans, and I don't want to sort of like, say that I've got my facts right. Man United are going to do us no favours whatsoever. Yes, they don't like Man City, but they hate Liverpool more. And I'll tell you one thing, they don't particularly like us. They've got a very, very proud record against us, where in 18 years, we've only won once. So they're going to want to maintain that record. So any Arsenal fan that's thinking that, that Man United are going to lay down and die, don't forget it. And even if we go with that attitude, take that out of your heads. tail out of your hands, mate.
What was the atmosphere like in the ground? Because obviously, the longer it went at 1-0, yeah, me, Matty, and Ola were getting stressed. We were like, we've had so many chances. The goalkeeper in the first half was Spider-Man, just saving everything. And then we got the lifeline, but then just didn't kick on from that, did we?
Yeah, we definitely. I thought, the first half, I thought, we worked hard, but Bournemouth, gave us no space. So what was happening is that we had to try and walk the ball in net because there wasn't any space. Bournemouth defended deep on their goal line, play with a low block, but we managed to get that penalty. Second half, it's funny to say that you, Ola, and Matty were getting very stressed. Well, before Trossard scored, there was this guy next to me who was screaming about acting, calling him all sorts. Names I don't really want to repeat.
How toxic and negative.
Yeah, but he was calling he was basically questioning his work rate. He's calling them all sorts of names.
Today. Listen, my love for Trossard, he was awful today.
Yeah, and there's no doubt he was. But I say it with a bit of candour. He scored. He started singing the Trossard song. So it just shows you football's a funny old game. And the funniest thing about football
this is the thing, Kenny, right? Sorry to cut you off. All of these chances we had were falling to Saliba. Yeah, they were falling to Rice off balance. Yeah, they were falling to Saka on his weak foot. Yeah. They were falling. All of these chances. Trossard, one shot, one goal. Thank you for the game.
Sorry to interrupt. I had no idea that David Hay likes football and that David Hay's an Arsenal fan. I've just seen him in his car. I'll tell you one thing. I'm out to the ground. Some of the cars that have gone past are just unbelievable. We're talking money. I said all I'm getting all I've seen is Jaguars, rollers, BMWs. Famous people.
We're doing it all wrong, Kenny. We're
doing it all wrong. We're just normal fans. But yeah, I just fist pumped Bob Wilson. I tell you, his car's unbelievable Jag. It's one of those things where there is a sense of anticipation. I think deep down, we're just hoping. We're being very positive at the football ground. We're thinking, you know what? Football's a funny old game.
The stadium looked electric today. I can't lie. The atmosphere.
Well, you know why the stadium looked electric? There's nothing. One thing that fans love more than anything else. We love a 12:30 kickoff. We never admit it. Unlike the early clock, we don't mind it, especially when the weather's nice. It was bright lights. The sun was out. Of course, we're going to be happy. And this anticipation. Obviously, we all want a 3 o'clock kickoff. But yeah, the atmosphere's great because you think about it, our last 2 games, who were they against? Who did we beat? Spurs last week, and before that, we beat Chelsea. Two big London derbies where we scored 8 goals.
3-0 up against Tottenham. Today, everyone's getting there early. The pub must have been buzzing.
Now you kind of do a 360. We draw against Spurs. And we basically make heavy weather of beating Chelsea. The atmosphere's a lot different today.
Today the stadium would have been half empty.
And that's the thing. We're still in contention, and whilst we're in contention, we have to go with the sort of mindset that let's enjoy it. Yes, we're not pork chops. We know fully well that because of the movement, we've seen like the directors, the producers, and we've seen the movie in 2019 involved with Liverpool. And we see a movie involved in Liverpool again in 2022, where City responds to every win that Liverpool put on the table, and they've done it since they become favourites against us. We've had to win every game. They've won every game.
They ain't lost the game since the 6th of December. We're on the 4th of May,
and that's the thing. Obviously, I think that one thing I would say when I spoke to people at the ground is that a lot of people are basically relinquishing hope in Spurs, and that's not because we hate Spurs as well. Of course we hate Spurs, but it's going by their last few results. We're thinking, there's a few people that are saying anything can happen, but I'm really, really, and I say it in a kind of CBBS come away kind of way. Come on, Wolves, come on, Fulham, because I don't want to be. Because I tell you now, and I'm glad I'll say this exclusively live on your channel. Because if anyone deserves an exclusive from me, it's you. I'll never back Tottenham. I hate
mate. I was cheering Chelsea on the other night.
And I'll tell you one thing. And if you so much as suggest that I should back Tottenham, all I can say is stick your words up your arse. And I can tell you one thing. I hope it gives you constipation. and I hope you can't sit down for about a year, because if you think I'm going to back Tottenham in any capacity, you can think again. Because I'll tell you one thing, right? Fulham are playing Man City next week before I play Tottenham, and Man City play Wolves
Neto's
today.
back today for Wolves, I think, as well.
So all I can say to you, so all you guys out there, is schmock and suckers, you pork chops.
And on that bombshell, get yourself home safely. Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. Big up. I'm glad you've seen another win. And Kenny, we're so close, yet we could be so far, man. It's jarring. But it's what it is. It's what it is. Get home safely, mate. Appreciate you, man. Love.
Love you, love.